Welcome back to A Scientific Life. Today, we embark on a rigorous scientific journey into the human body, exploring the precise biological transformations that occur when we choose to temporarily abstain from food. If you are passionate about understanding how your body works and the deep science behind a healthier life, subscribe now. Here, we decode complex biological processes in every single video we produce. Starting intermittent fasting can often feel like venturing into uncharted territory. From the very first hours that you skip your usual meals, your body begins to register a significant metabolic shift. Your system immediately notices the absence of exogenous glucose, which has served as its primary and most convenient source of energy. The cellular landscape prepares for a major biological adaptation. As the hours tick past your last meal, blood sugar levels begin to drop steadily. Consequently, insulin production from the pancreas decreases, signaling a shift in cellular behavior and gene expression. This drop in circulating insulin forces your cells to actively seek alternative metabolic pathways to sustain their energy levels and keep your vital physiological functions running smoothly and efficiently. This initial phase of adaptation can manifest physically as a mild sense of restlessness, slight fatigue, or even a touch of irritability as your brain signals a demand for quick, easy glucose. It is crucial not to confuse this temporary discomfort with physical weakness. Instead, view it as your metabolism actively waking up and preparing for a profound, health promoting internal restructuring. At approximately 6 hours into the fast, your complex digestive system begins to slow its intensive labor, shifting its primary focus from active digestion to deep, restorative cellular repair. Simultaneously, the liver begins to release its stored glycogen, a highly accessible energy reserve specifically designed to keep your blood glucose stable during temporary food shortages. This internal reserve acts as a crucial buffer, ensuring that your brain and muscles remain fully functional while the body actively searches for alternative, more sustainable fuel sources. As these primary glycogen reserves begin to run low, your metabolic machinery takes a decisive step forward, transitioning toward a highly efficient, fat burning state to maintain homeostasis. During this transition, you might feel temporary pangs of hunger. However, behind this sensation lies a highly sophisticated process of biological adaptation and metabolic flexibility. This phenomenon, widely known among scientists as the metabolic switch, marks the official entry into a state where your body learns to operate with far greater efficiency and endurance. What initially feels like deprivation is actually the beginning of an intricate process of internal renewal as your cells adapt to utilize stored lipids for energy production. As your hormonal activity begins to balance out and systemic inflammation starts to decrease, you will soon notice a marked improvement in your overall concentration and mental clarity. The initial physical discomfort of the fast begins to soften, replaced by a distinct feeling of alertness and control, indicating that your body has adjusted to its new metabolic rhythm. The term survival mode is often perceived negatively, conjuring up images of extreme fatigue or starvation. However, biologically, it is an incredibly sophisticated and protective response. When food availability decreases, your brain and metabolic pathways do not simply slow down. Instead, they undergo a highly coordinated process of optimization and energy preservation. Key hormones, including noradrenaline and human growth hormone, begin to rise, actively boosting your mental acuity, accelerating fat burning, and initiating tissue repair. This precise biological response was absolutely essential for our hunter gatherer ancestors, who frequently had to endure several days without any reliable source of food. If their bodies had weakened or slowed down during these prolonged periods of food scarcity, the survival of the human species would have been completely impossible. Instead, fasting activated heightened mental clarity, incredibly quick reflexes, and sharper decision making skills, all of which were critical for finding the next meal. Modern science fully confirms these evolutionary benefits, demonstrating that short periods of fasting can significantly increase overall energy expenditure and neuronal efficiency. Rather than slowing your metabolism down, Your body prioritizes energy distribution to vital organs, optimizing mitochondrial function and maintaining a stable energy state. Therefore, this survival response is not a sign of physical weakness, but a testament to a highly evolved biological system designed to maximize survival and efficiency. Between 12 and 16 hours of fasting, your body reaches a truly fascinating milestone. As liver glycogen stores are depleted, a dramatic change occurs. The liver begins to synthesize ketone bodies, molecules derived directly from fatty acids, which quickly become an incredibly efficient alternative fuel source for the brain. These ketone bodies cross the blood-brain barrier with ease, providing a steady, clean, and highly sustainable fuel that avoids the sharp energy spikes of glucose. This unique metabolic state is frequently described by practitioners as a period of profound mental clarity, a phenomenon that is fully supported by modern neuroscience. Ketones are not merely an alternative fuel, they also act as powerful signaling molecules that reduce oxidative stress and significantly decrease systemic inflammation. Furthermore, ketones stimulate the production of brain derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, a crucial protein that plays a key role in brain health. BDNF is absolutely vital for memory consolidation, learning capacity, and overall neuronal resilience against age related cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases. With the transition to ketone metabolism, many individuals experience a sharper sense of concentration, an improved mood, and a noticeable boost in creative thinking. By avoiding the typical peaks and crashes associated with dietary sugars, the brain operates with a level of stability and precision that feels like a fog clearing away. This metabolic shift not only fuels your brain with cleaner energy, but also dramatically improves the overall metabolic efficiency of every single cell in your body. The mitochondria, the tireless energy generators of your cells, begin to convert fatty acids directly into adenosine triphosphate, the universal energy currency. You have now officially entered a state of metabolic flexibility where your body can seamlessly alternate between utilizing glucose and burning fats for fuel. This metabolic adaptability is a primary indicator of metabolic health, cellular longevity, and resistance to chronic age related metabolic dysfunctions. Operating in this state minimizes the production of damaging free radicals, thereby reducing cumulative oxidative damage and providing a highly stable supply of physical energy. Between 18 and 24 hours of fasting, the body initiates one of its most profound and scientifically celebrated biological phases, autophagy. Derived from the Greek words meaning self-feeding, autophagy is a highly coordinated cellular self-renewal system that cleanses the internal cellular environment. During this process, cells actively recycle damaged proteins, misfolded aggregates, and worn out organelles to synthesize fresh, fully functional cellular structures. Autophagy not only optimizes cellular energy efficiency, but also serves as a critical defense mechanism against neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. It also provides powerful protection against type 2 diabetes and certain types of cancer by eliminating damaged cells before they can replicate uncontrollably. This ancient, deeply programmed repair mechanism was elucidated and brought to global scientific prominence by the Nobel laureate Dr. Yoshinori Osumi in 2016. As autophagy reaches its peak activation, the brain also undergoes a remarkable transformation, benefiting from the highly stable and clean metabolic environment. Highly stabilized blood glucose levels and minimal fluctuations in insulin create a remarkably calm, consistent, and supportive chemical environment for neurons. Crucial neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine are regulated with exquisite balance, fostering a profound sense of calm, focus, and emotional well being. Many practitioners describe this advanced stage of fasting as entering a state of flow where the mind operates with effortless precision and clarity. The prefrontal cortex, the brain region responsible for executive decision making and self control, becomes highly active, strengthening your cognitive discipline. At this point, fasting transcends being a simple dietary choice. It becomes a rigorous training ground for the mind and a powerful catalyst for cellular renewal. Practicing intermittent fasting is a comprehensive workout for both mind and body. The discipline of saying no to food builds immense emotional resilience. This is not merely a test of sheer willpower, it is your fundamental biology actively adapting, restructuring, and aligning to a healthier natural rhythm. During a fast, your entire endocrine system undergoes profound modifications. Circulating levels of insulin decrease to a fraction of their fed state values. This prolonged reduction in insulin allows your receptors to rest, significantly improving your systemic insulin sensitivity over the long term. Simultaneously, levels of human growth hormone, or HGH, rise dramatically, acting as a powerful shield to preserve lean muscle mass and repair damaged tissues. This clever hormonal adjustment is how your body protects its physical strength while safely accessing and burning stored fat reserves for energy. These profound hormonal shifts do not just accelerate fat loss, they are also deeply and intimately linked to systemic longevity and anti aging pathways. Lower insulin levels directly reduce chronic systemic inflammation and oxidative stress, two of the primary drivers that accelerate biological aging. Elevated growth hormone stimulates collagen synthesis, strengthening your skin's structural matrix and keeping your muscles toned and resilient. This represents a true biological rejuvenation from the inside out, a profound physiological shift that no external supplement can fully replicate. Additionally, fasting triggers the release of adiponectin, a specialized hormone that enhances fat oxidation and protects your cardiovascular system. Clinical studies show that regular fasting leads to a healthier lipid profile and more stable blood pressure, key markers of cardiovascular longevity. In essence, fasting completely reconfigures cellular communication, allowing your entire endocrine system to operate with youthful peak efficiency. A very common fear among beginners is the potential loss of valuable muscle mass. However, medical science reveals a completely different reality. Short, structured fasting windows actively protect your muscle tissue thanks to the synergistic action of elevated HGH and active autophagy. This means your body is highly intelligent. It conserves essential structural proteins while efficiently burning stored fat reserves for its daily energy needs. When insulin remains low and HGH is elevated, your entire body prioritizes cellular maintenance and structural repair over protein breakdown. Even during extended fasts, studies from the National Institutes of Health confirm that lean muscle mass is preserved if protein intake is sufficient. Fasting also enhances mitochondrial efficiency, allowing cells to produce more ATP with fewer waste products, reducing the need to degrade proteins. This is why elite athletes and biohackers utilize intermittent fasting to boost endurance, accelerate recovery, and build metabolic flexibility. At the genomic level, fasting is a powerful language. Nutrients scarcity triggers stress signals that activate longevity associated genes like sirtuins. These genetic pathways, known as hormesis, represent a mild beneficial stress that strengthens your cellular resilience, much like physical exercise. Activating sirtuins also promotes mitochondrial biogenesis, creating brand new mitochondria to completely rejuvenate your entire cellular metabolism. This profound genetic adaptation is exactly why intermittent fasting is so strongly associated with increased lifespan and delayed cellular aging. It is absolutely critical to distinguish between healthy, controlled fasting and starvation, which is involuntary, destructive, and dangerous. Fasting is a voluntary, structured pause that cooperates with your evolutionary biology, allowing your cells to clean, repair, and optimize themselves. After 30 days of mindful practice, your insulin sensitivity is restored, your energy is perfectly stable, and your mind is remarkably calm and clear. If this video helped you understand the profound science of fasting, please like, subscribe to A Scientific Life, and share this with someone you care about.